In the halls of Asgard, the Völva, the ancient seer, spoke of a doom that even the gods could not escape. She warned of a day when the sun would be devoured, when brothers would slay brothers, and when the world itself would be consumed by fire and ice. This is Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods. The prophecy spoke of 3 signs that would herald the end. First, the death of Balder the Beautiful, son of Odin, whose light brought joy to all the realms. Second, the betrayal of Loki, the trickster god, who would be bound in chains beneath the earth. And third, the coming of Fimbulwinter, the great winter that would freeze the hearts of men. And so it came to pass. The sun grew pale and distant. Snow fell without end for 3 long years. Villages were buried. Families turned against one another for scraps of food, and the world grew cold and cruel. The age of man was ending. The age of monsters was beginning. Deep in the wilderness, the great wolf Fenrir, son of Loki, had been bound by the gods with a magical chain called Gleipnir. But as the earth trembled and the ice cracked, even that enchanted binding could not hold. With a howl that shook the 9 realms, Fenrir broke free. His jaws could swallow the world. From the deepest ocean, Jörmungandr, the world serpent, rose from the depths. So massive was this beast that it encircled all of Midgard, holding its own tail in its mouth. Now, as it released its grip, tidal waves crashed upon the shores. The seas themselves became weapons of destruction. And Loki, freed from his bonds at last, gathered an army of the damned. From Helheim, the realm of the dead, came legions of fallen warriors who knew no fear, felt no pain. They marched across the frozen sea aboard the ship Naglfar, a vessel built from the fingernails of the dead. From the rainbow bridge of Bifrost, Heimdall, the watchman of the gods, saw the enemy approaching. With all his strength, he raised the Gjallarhorn to his lips and blew. The sound echoed across all 9 realms, calling the gods and heroes of Valhalla to their final battle. The battlefield was called Vigrid, a vast plain stretching for 100 leagues in every direction. Here, gods would face monsters, light would face darkness, and fate would be decided in blood and fire. Thor, the thunder god, wielding his hammer Mjolnir, faced his ancient enemy, the world serpent. Their battle shook the heavens. Lightning struck the earth like spears. Thunder roared like the gods themselves were screaming. Thor struck the serpent's skull with all his might, but the beast's venom was already in his veins. Odin, the All-Father, rode into battle on Sleipnir, his 8-legged steed, with Gungnir, the spear that never missed, in his hand. But even the wisdom of ages could not change what was written. Fenrir's jaws closed around the king of gods. The light went out of his single eye. Odin had fallen. Freya, god of summer and harvest, fought Surtur, the fire giant who would burn the world. But Freyr had once given away his sword for love, and now he fought with only an antler as his weapon. Against a blade of living flame, it was not enough. And then Surtur raised his sword high and brought it down upon the earth. Flames erupted from the ground. The world tree Yggdrasil caught fire. The 9 realms burned. Gods, giants, men, and monsters, all consumed by the inferno. This was Ragnarök, the end of everything. The flames died. The earth sank into the sea. The stars fell from the sky. All that remained was water and darkness. The age of gods was over, but the prophecy spoke of more than ending. From the depths the earth would rise again, green and fertile. 2 humans, sheltered during the flames, would emerge, Leif and Lifthrasir, life and vitality. A new son, daughter of the old, would rise in the sky. And the surviving gods, Balder returned from Hel, Modi, and Magni with their father's hammer, would build a new Asgard. For the Vikings believed that endings were also beginnings, that destruction made way for creation, that death was not final, but part of an eternal cycle. Ragnarök was not the end of all things. It was the promise that even when the world burns, hope remains. And so the story ends and begins again. This was Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, the end of worlds, and the birth of a new age. If you want to hear more stories from the ancient world, subscribe and let me know which legend I should bring to life next.